Welcome to the TTIEPOD, where we get people to come and sit down with us and give us insight into who they are in Angola, Africa, and beyond. And as usual, I am your host, KD. And this time we're at the third edition of Angola Means Business, and we are at ExpoGarden in Maculusso. So we're not at a hotel. This time we decided to come out to nature a little bit and do something a little bit different. But as usual, TTIEPOD, same theme, same concept, sit down with people who have amazing stories about what they're doing. And as you know, TTIEPOD, we do not introduce our guests. We get them to introduce themselves and let us know more about them. So let's go over to our guest. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Kamal. It's a pleasure being here.
Who are you and which company do you represent?
Well, I'm an Angolan guy. My name is Carlos Daniel. I'm the CEO at Statement Group and Mirantes Technologies. Yeah.
Statement Group.
Yes.
Why the name Statement?
Because that's actually what we are about, making a statement. Making a statement about everything we do, what we build, and how we want to build it, actually.
So what does the company actually do? What does Statement do?
What we do, basically, we are a technology group focused specifically in everything tech.
Everything.
Everything tech. Like our roots are all about tech. So we have a software development business. We have an academy, a technology academy business.
Oh, wow.
We have a social media company. Now we have a creators economy company as well. So yeah, everything related to technology.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the academy is really interesting. As you know, there's a lot, I think in the past few years, there's a lot more developers in Angola. There's actually more developers in Angola than people actually realize.
Yeah, it's actually a nice point to start with, Kamal, because I don't think there are a lot of developers. There are a lot of new programmers.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, development is when you actually study and know what you're doing. You know, it's not just about writing code. So yeah, definitely, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Like we have been seeing like this expansion of people more interested than ever in developing software. So we're seeing a lot of new programmers in different languages. Now it's easier. It's becoming easier to develop softwares in Angola because like now you have people who know something about developing here and there. But that's where education comes, right? So it comes to, you know, allow people to be more conscious about what they are doing and how they are doing it. So that's actually the difference between you know, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that.
No, okay.
And so that's Statement Group, but then you specifically said Mirantes.
Yes.
What is Mirantes?
Well, Mirantes is now the you know, the crown jewel. So what Mirantes does, Mirantes is actually a professional social network. We've built it from Angola, and we are now like we have 500,000 users now.
Sorry. How many users?
500,000 users.
So an Angolan based professional social media platform.
Exactly.
Hold on, you have 500,000 users.
500,000 users. Yeah, and actually that is not the most interesting part for me. For me, the most interesting part is like over 20% of those are monthly active users. Yeah.
Okay.
That is a nice rate that we were able to accomplish.
That's good, yeah. And how long has that been?
For the last 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, now we have like a database of over 40 different countries in the platform. It's basically a community that allows people to find opportunities in the market, in the Angolan market, as we see it today. And we are expanding now. So we are expanding the platform into this community of creators because we believe that Africa needs to start the creator economy. So we need to be part of, like, we see all these, these talented Africans all over the place. They're building massive, like, audiences, but they cannot monetize on that. That's why we're trying to change that now, professionally. So we're bringing Mirantes for creators. Oh. And this is the first platform, the first social media platform that actually will pay you to build your audience.
So you pay the creators?
Yes, we pay the creators now. And this has been a dream of mine because, I'm a shy guy, even though I like to speak about my craft.
I'm also shy.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people don't understand that. I'm actually an introvert.
Yeah.
But because of this, I have to become an extrovert.
Exactly. You're the same as myself.
Okay.
So I used to have a lot of trouble, becoming like building content. But people still loved it. And I got this good feedback,
Hold
this
on, so
amazing
I
feedback.
actually heard that you put something on TikTok and you had how many
50,000 views. Like it was just a simple video. Like I was giving tips, about managing your business, and I have like almost 50,000 views in the first couple days, and but I wasn't able to continue, because building content is not easy.
It's not.
But that got me wondering, what if like people like me could earn like extra cash every month just for building valuable things? I'm not talking about those who build like audiences in the millions of people. I'm talking about people who are able to deliver very important information that allow other people to generate value, and they have a small audience of 5,000 people, 10,000 people. What if we could allow them to, just gain extra cash at the end of the month? That's why we developed like this side of the community, a platform that allows creators to live stream events, live stream their like podcasts and everything, sell info products, and just build communities around it. And we are starting now to see the results of that.
And the content creation part of it, when is that going live? Was it already live?
It was live like last week.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, and how's it building up so far?
Man, right now, like we started like going after the creators inside the platform itself this week. And right now we have almost 100 people signing to be creators in Mirantes. And we are actually giving them an entire studio for them to record themselves and edit it. It's like, so we want people to be able to build themselves.
Oh, wow.
Build communities and monetize those communities in Angola, in local currency.
That's definitely something impactful.
Yeah, it is.
That's definitely something impactful.
And I'm actually a client. One thing I learned, the best businesses are those where you're the client.
True.
That is the best feedback you can have.
True. That is
if it solves your problem, well, it's definitely gonna solve other people's problem.
No, that is true.
So, yeah,
that is true.
yeah,
Okay, so you've got Statement Group that's doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
You got Mirantes, and I'm sure you've got a lot more things that are coming out of the box as well. I don't know if there's anything else you want to share with us on that.
Well, man, I do a lot of startup stuff. So yeah, I'm a builder.
Okay.
So I have I'm experiencing many different sectors, many different social problems,
Okay.
and trying to capitalize on that. But I'm also an investor, not like as a professional investor, but I'm an angel investor because I do believe in the process of sharing and finding people who have good ideas and those who can actually build great stuff. So I help people build great stuffs. And I as an entrepreneur, I believe it's part of my job to help other people build stuffs, even if they break. Because like, even when we have people that don't succeed, we have a map, right? So yeah, this is something that I'm really, really eager to be doing in the next few years of my career.
That's great. Seeing your growth, seeing what you're doing, and then the impact you're trying to make, and then how you're giving back to the community. That's a great thing to hear. So I'm gonna change things a little bit.
Yeah.
And ask a question. I want to know, with everything that's going on in the world right now, how does that impact your business? If there is an impact.
Well, there is.
Okay.
There's always an impact because you're talking about communities, and communities are made of people, and people, like, they have lives, right? And like for countries like ours, you see the impact of this type of situational things very easily on the budget. You start seeing people moving the budget away, from stuffs. Like they stop buying things, they stop consuming things, and Africans in particular, they don't have like that level of support where they can stay for like 6 months waiting for the shock and then start absorbing. It's like you heard the news, you're dropping things. So it's like, there's a war now happening, so we're not gonna be eating this anymore. Not because it's already expensive, no, because we know if we wait
in future,
so it's gonna be a mess. So in my business, you start seeing this in two different ways. One is good and one is bad.
Okay.
The first thing, the subscription model becomes a very difficult model to maintain when you're dealing with Africans in this type of situations. So one thing that we realized after like 3 years of using the SaaS model is that Africans are better when they pay as they go.
Okay.
So they have to experience that.
Okay.
They'd rather pay like 1,000 times than pay like, on a monthly basis, even if that is less expensive. So what we've realized is like SaaS doesn't work yet when you're on a budget. So, and with these wars and these geopolitical phenomena, this instability, we're seeing like a huge part of the population reframing the way they pay things online. It's like e-commerce is booming in Angola for the last 5 years. It's like booming on the 3 digits in terms of percentage, but you're also seeing people dropping subscriptions for things that are like on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
Even like TV services. Like you see people like, just dropping television services, telecommunication services, because they'd rather pay whenever they need. Like they'd rather risk that. So for us, it's exactly the same. We see the impact in this way. But we also see more people looking for opportunities, even those who are already into one. So I've never seen such an amazing number of people like entering the platform, just communicating.
Okay.
It's not about looking for a job anymore. It's about actually building connections, communicating with other people, just in case I need them later.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about like people who have already experienced the market. I'm talking about young people, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds who are entering the market and now are starting to communicate, even though they don't know where they are going to end up. So we now have, as I told you, almost 20% of our database is active.
Okay.
And these are young people. These are 17, 18, 19 years old.
The new generation.
So they enter the platform and they start to communicate, which is very rare on a social media, like a professional social media platform. You see, people have no problem like communicating in Instagrams and Facebook, but when it comes to LinkedIn, when it comes to Mirantes, but then you see like 15,000 people dropping comments, dropping posts and everything, and actually getting into contact.
Starting to be active in that, yeah.
Exactly. That is not something you see every day in Africa.
Oh, wow.
And I think this is due to the fact that people are fearing not doing anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are two phenomena.
That's interesting to hear that and see how, with the whole geopolitical issues going on, people are still jumping on your platform and using it. So coming up to my last question, the people I know wanted to sit down and stuff. Quickly, last question. IPOs.
IPOs.
Right now, everybody's talking about IPOs, right? Yeah. You're an investor. SpaceX is out there. I've received information. I've received notification in my email saying, listen, come out. If you want to invest, minimum is $1,000. I'm like, okay, great. But at the same time, I'm talking to other people and it's like, oh, Dangote's IPO is coming as well. As an investor, how do you balance that? SpaceX, Dangote, where do we go?
One thing behind these new IPOs that people are not talking about is the why. I mean, SpaceX has been around for how many years? Over 20, and all of a sudden they decide to go public. And I mean, they're not short on cash. They're just looking for a mere $75 billion, right? So what I think is happening is due to AI and these new technologies that are advancing on a like this massive scale, companies are actually starting to understand that you don't need like 5 years to go off business. So the more leverage you can get, and if you can spread your risk across many different people, it's like it's not you anymore holding the entire risk. It's like, okay,
Exactly.
if I go down, you go down along with me. So if I can do that with 5,000 people or millions of people at the
Why
same
not?
time, why not? So for me, I believe like and we could see that like we saw when OpenAI came with ChatGPT, and all of a sudden people were wondering, oh my God, Google is not that invincible, you know? And it doesn't take like 10 years to overcome Google. This company is here from 2016, and all of a sudden with one product, they are, you know, they're going after the big guys. So if I was the big guy, I would think like this, okay, I have to put more people on my side. And the best way to do that is financially, right? And Dangote is the same. I mean, Dangote is becoming more open to the African markets. And we know how the African market works. It's all about reputation and all about connections. And connections, they will vary due to political issues. And Africa is full of it.
That's true.
So if you don't want to rely on a country where every time a new president comes in, you lose leverage, well, go to the people, right? Sell to as many people as possible so that you're not the only one fighting for your interests anymore when that shift in power happens. So I do believe that there is this amazing strategy for those IPOs. It's not just about money, it's about power. It's
There you go.
about spreading the risk, you know? It's about allowing people to know, okay, if Dangote goes down, then many thousands of Angolans, Ethiopians, Malawians and everything will go down along. Those are savings, you know? And for me, that is clever. That is really clever. But there's also an issue being hidden, you know? The issue that companies know technology is like putting business off on a very rapid pace that we have never seen before.
That's true.
And, you're not safe anymore, even if you're Google.
That's true.
You're not safe anymore. Google might go down like in 5 days if a new company comes and with one product. And that is the message OpenAI gave to everyone. And now OpenAI is facing the same problem, with all other platforms. So we're seeing amazing times. We're seeing interesting times where not only products will be different, but companies will be different as well in the way they manage themselves and in the way they spread risks. So
thank you very much. That's a bit of schooling right there, right? It's all about power. It's not necessarily about, well, financial power is there as well, right? But it's all about power. Now, thanks for that insight. I hope some of you got some of that. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Carlos, it's been great sitting with you. And we're definitely looking forward to what happens next for Statement as you continue to make, before I get to Mirantes, don't give my words, don't give me words. Looking forward to Statement, continue to make a statement within the Angolan market, Africa and beyond. And of course, seeing how Mirantes actually exposed. So well done.
Thank you very much,
There
Kamal.
you go, an Angolan actually creating a tech company in Angola that is exploding. I know there's others out there as well, but this one sits a little bit different. It's all about social media. And in a world where you say, okay, social media, you've got the LinkedIns, you've got the TikToks, you've got the Instagrams, you've got all these guys out there. And the fact that you're building something as professional social media that's, I'll say kind of, I don't want to say competing with LinkedIn, but you never know. You never know what happens next.
Definitely. Something funny, LinkedIn only has like 900,000 users in Angola. So it's not that difficult to pass.
There you go. There you go. Data, information, really important. No, thank you so much for that.
All right, thank you.
And for the audience out there you go. Another one. We tell you, we're all about pushing information about Angola, Africa out there. And Carlos has just shown us that it's possible to be here, set up a company, and push it forward. So, till next time, I am your host, KD, and keep on watching this space. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.